you can select from the this drop down, and you can go and you can use your database. Or the second alternative option we have is the you have to use and the name of your database. So our database is AWS practice, and it is just the one line on this editor. We have just only the single query. So I can go and you can directly execute. If multiple queries they are present inside this, then I have to go and have to select the query and then I have to execute. Otherwise, all the query present inside this editor will be get executed. But only which are for our use, that only you have to go and have to select. And once you go and execute, by default, you can see in this drop down, your databases get selected over here. Now, if you go and expand your database, so we have just created one table and that is the product table. So if I'll go and do the select over here, select star from product, and to comment the query, we have to just use the two times hyphen. So that is get commented over here. Now if I have to go and execute this, so in this here the product ID, product name, price and the hour is available over here. Now we have seen about how we can go and we can create the tables, and based on the table we can go and again. So in the last class what we have covered, do you remember the topic what we have covered in the last class?
In last class, we covered where between and greater than not equal to operators.
Oh, okay, fine. So where order by we have seen, right? No,
Yeah,
and
or yeah,
or not. Have we have seen the not operator?
no.
Okay.
So till null we saw, and then the section got disconnected.
Okay, okay. So we have the not operator is there, and it is not operator, and generally it is used in combination of other operators to give the opposite result, or also we can go and we can say the negative result in the sense where we are going to put, like suppose I want to filter the country except India.
Mm.
So the where clause I can go and you can write where not country is equal to India. So it will go and it will give the result of the other country except the India. So wherever we want to go and get the result in the opposite result, then we can go and we can use the our this not operator. So suppose we want to go and get the customer from all of the country except some countries. So you can go and you can use the not operator. So first of all, let's go and create the table and then we'll go and we'll see. So we'll go and we'll create the our customer table, because everything in this SQL you have to go and you have to play with the tables only, because we are storing the
Yeah.
data in a organized way. So wherever there is a way, there is a requirement to filter the data based on some condition, so we can go and you can get that data from that table. So in this table, what are the fields I am going to create? So my table name will be the customer, and then I have the customer ID, then customer name, then I have contact name, and then suppose I'm going to give the address, and then we have the city, then suppose postal code, and then we have the country. So we have all these fields we are going to create inside the our customer table. So the syntax to create the table is create table name, and then we have the name as a our customer. Then we are going to have this parenthesis, and inside this we are going to define all our fields with the data type. What type of data this is going to take. So I will copy this. I will paste over here, and this customer ID. So it will be the numeric. So I can go and I can give as a int. Then we have the customer name. So customer name will going to be the varchar, means string values. So for string we have the data type as a var, and in bracket we have to go and have to mention the length. Like it will be how long the length of the name will be there. So suppose it will be max I am giving as a 50. So whatever the size of your name will be there, you can go and you can give the max size of this as a 50. Same for the contact name, another name. So we can go and give this as a 51. Now again address will be the, it's a combination of both number and the, so it will go and it will be in the double quote only. So I will go and I will give as a, suppose I am giving the address as a 100 data. Now if you see all this in the blue color, these are the your reserve. These are the data types. Then if you see over here, if you go into the mouse on the create, so these are the reserved one. That's why it is in the blue color. So over here also if you see it is in the reserve. So either you can go and you can put into the square bracket, like you can do like this. Or if like suppose currently we are doing over here customer name and there is no space. So if I will go and try to create like this my table name, so it should go and it should display like this, right? So either I can go and I can display put into the square bracket. So now my customer name column will be displayed like this. Otherwise, you can see over here product ID, product name, price is available. So it will go and it will look like this. So we can go and you can make over here like this customer. So if you want to go and make some spaces between the name, so you can go and you can put inside the square bracket. Same way, you can go and you can make over here as well. If you want to go and display like this, so you can go and you can make this. If you want to go and display the customer ID as well, so you can go and you can make this. But at the time of retrieval also, you have to go and have to mention this way on. Then only it will go into fetch. So let me go and instead of this, I can go and I can use the this way only. Otherwise, at the time of retrieval, if there is no mismatch, so it will go and it will throw the error. Now we have the city. So city also it will be the string value. So I'm going to give as a varchar. And then suppose for this city, I will not go and give the large string. So it will be like a 50. And we have not given this comma y, so that's why it is getting. Now we have the postal code. And in the postal code, we have the, suppose I'm giving as a int, because this is like, we are going to have like 6 digit, but every data type will go and have the length, like it will go and it will have this much of value. Sometimes what happens, we have given some length, some data type, and inside the fixed range, like it will go and it will take till this value. And if your value exits, then it will be like while at the time of inserts, and it will go and it will start throwing the error. So we can go and we can give now country is equal to, suppose I have separated with this, and country is equal to varchar and For country also, I'm going to give like some small. So this way you can go and you can create the table. Now there is also the concept of primary key, foreign key, identity. So identity, like if you go and set on the customer table, so we don't require to pass the value for the customer ID at the time of insertion. It will go and it will insert one by one. Automatically the value will be getting incremented by the one. So initially suppose it is one. So we can go and you can have the one. Next time when you go and insert new value, so it will go and it will be increment by the two. But nowadays, for the security region, if you see, values are not inserted like one, two, three like this. It will be the GUID, and I think I have showed you, or let me show you. GUID is a combination of. So let me go and show you the GUID. Like this, we are saving in the database because if you see the example of this one, so we have the number, then small alphabet, and then capital, then hyphen, like this it will be the combination of this one. So it is not human cannot read or remember for long period of, but if you give one two three like this, so it will be get remember and they can go and they can do. So for the security purpose they are inserting with the GUID, so they will go and they will give the data type as a GUID word. But as a beginner we are learning this one, so we don't want to make it as a complex. What I have given you, like if you go and see in the real time, like the ID will be like the combination of number and the alphabet. So you have to understand that it is the our, like suppose now it is get created. Suppose I have created this table. I have create table name hyphen this, and I have given all the fields which I want to go and keep over here. So I will go and execute and table executed. Now if you are able to see over here, so inside your this AWS database, only one table is there. So it is not get updated. So I need to go and do the right click on the database and click on the refresh. Now once I'll go and click on the refresh and expand this. So now you can see customer table is being created. Now if you go and expand this table and you have to go and expand the column. So you can go and you can see all the data types as well over here. All the columns name and the data type, and it can go and it can accept the null value as well. If you don't want to insert the null value, so at the time of creation only over here, I can go and I can make it like it should be not null value should not be inserted over here. So now our table is created. Now if I want to go and see the table structure, so I have the option to select star from customers, and just I have to execute this only. So I will go and I will execute, and now you can see over here customer ID, customer name, all this we have. The value is not inserted over here. Now let me insert some value and then we'll be see the not operator, how we can go and you can use that. So insert into, this is the syntax. So insert into and the table name. So in which table I have to go and have to insert? So I have to go and have to insert into the customer table. And then we have the values. And then inside this, I have to go and have to pass the value. So same way you have to pass the value, like customer ID is int, so you have to go and have to pass the value as a int. If it is the varchar, so you have to go and have to pass the ID as a varchar, means value as a varchar. If you want to go and pass the value based on the like the table, so over here we have the option. We can go and you can pass the all the column name over here, and the way we have passed separated by the comma, same way you can go and you can pass over here. So let me go and show you both way. So over here I have written over here insert into customer values. So suppose over here customer I want to go and give as a one, and then name, some name I am going to give. So suppose over here I am giving as a Andrew, and then contact name, so suppose Maria. Okay, and then I have some address. So I can go and I can give over here like 120 New York. something I have given the address, and then city. So suppose I'm giving over here as a USA, and then postal code. So suppose postal code of USA, it will be a 5 digit, right? 009, and then country name. So some okay. Mm, 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 mm. Let me go. New York and country name. Suppose I'm giving as a US. So the way it has created the column and the data type, same way I have passed the value over here. Now if I'll go and create, so one row affected. Now if I have to see the value, so select star from customer and I can go and I can see the values. Now suppose what I was trying to say, like suppose in the first place customer ID is int. So we have passed over here int. Now instead of int, I will go and I will try to pass like something like suppose 2, but I'm passing the string value. Now once I'll try to go and execute this, so we'll see it is taking as a okay. So let me go and pass over here the integer value. Okay, it has taken that as a int only. So now if I'll go and execute this, so now you can see that time I was passes that value in the single quote, so it has treated as an integer. So that's why value is get inserted. Now if you see over here, we don't we getting the conversion fields like conversion fields while converting the var value I mean to the data type of int. So always you have to go and you have to pass the values in which the column has been created. Otherwise, you have to go and you have to pass the column name over here, like whatever the column name you want to go and you want to pass. So in any order, you can go and you can create, give the name over here, and in that order only you have to go and you have to pass this value. So now if you see, we have inserted the duplicate value. So I will go and I will show you how we can go and you can delete this. So let me go and so over here, let me go and do like this to then Smith and then for running. Some value just I'm inserting over here for the testing purpose. You will go and you'll get the data from the and now if I have to go and insert multiple record at the same time, so how I can go and I can do? So just separate with the comma and then separate with this over here and you can go and you can pass the values. So I'll go and I'll pass 2 or 3 values. And so with the example, you can go and you can get the data from the internet and you can insert that data directly into the database for the practice purpose. So over here I'm doing that. So John, let me go and copy this and just I will go and edit. Mhm. And then the last record I will go and insert. I'm inserted over here too because I will go and I will delete this one. So it will be the unique data. Otherwise, while filtering the value, if the data duplicate, then it will go and it will throw the error. So I will go and make this ID as a open. Suppose this only, I will go and I will check like suppose W1 and then it I have given. Now I'll go and I will insert this record. So if you see over here, multiple records in one go, I want to go and insert, just separate with the comma and give the data value. Now executed. Okay, okay. So it is off. You can see it has, I have given over here the string. So, but the value we need to go and give over here as a our code. So let me go and give over here something like 050 and 5 executed, 3 row affected. And now in our records, we have the 5 rows. And one row is duplicate. I will go and I will show you how we can go and you can delete. Now we have this data over here. Now I want to go and give you how we can go and you can get the date in the opposite or in the negative result. So as we know, we have the select staff from the customer, and now we are using the where clause to go and give the condition. So where clause in the sense is where, and then as I told you, like if you see over here, we don't want to go and get the USA result and other result we want to get. So I can go and I can write over here not, which is the not operator, and we are filtering on the basis of our country column. So not, and then we have the USA. And now if I'll go and execute this, so now you can see only we are able to get the our 3 records out of the our 5 records. So we are using over here the asterisk. So asterisk means it will go and it will retrieve all the columns of this table. And tomorrow, if suppose if more than 20 columns are there and 10 lakhs records are there in this table, and if you go and if you try to filter with the asterisk, so it will go and it will decrease the performance of your query and it will go and it will take time to give you the result sheets. So instead of related to the performance, instead of asterisk, you can go and you can use the columns name. So let me go and give you the syntax. One way is to filter like this, and the syntax which I am going to give you is like this. Select, and then you can go and you can give the columns name which you want to go and get. So column name, column 2, column. 3, column 4, column 5. Okay. From your table name, whatever the table name, you can go and you can give over here. And then you have to go and you have to use the where condition. So you can go and you can write in the multiple line as well. Like suppose to make it distinguish, you can go and you can write like this as well. Just I am commenting this because we don't have the requirement to execute. So you can go and you can comment like this. So it is more readable, like you can go and you can read your columns name and all the conditions. And over here, you can go and you can make this in the another line. And then you can go and you can write over here where not, and then your condition, whatever the condition you want to go and you want to write. And just select all this and click on the execute. It will go and it will give you the output over it. Okay. Now, as we know, we have a like operator. In like operator, we can go and you can give like this. If a and the percentage in the single code. So actually this indicates that it will go and select the all the, suppose I am applying on the either the customer name or the alphanumeric, means wherever there is a alpha will be there, it will go and it will apply. So it will go and it will retrieve all the data. So let me go and retrieve over here. So select, and you should go and you should write multiple times. Select means whatever the query, so it will be go and it will be remember for you for the long period of time. So select where customer name, and then we have the like. So what it will do, it will go and it will retrieve all the data. So you can see we have data related, means the customer name which starts with the A. It is displaying. So currently in our table we have the three records. So it is displaying over here. Now if I'll go and use over here the not operator. So accept this, it will go and it will give you all the records. So accept A, it will go and it will give you all the records. So currently, if you see, we have the Smith and we have the John. So you can go and you can use like this. Now, if you see, we have customer IDs, right? So we have customer IDs like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I can go and I can use on the basis of the between operator. So between by the name only you can understand it will be between from these to this number. So I can go and I can write over here select start from customers where customer ID between 2 and 4. So you can see except 1 it has gone and so. Now if I'll go and write over here between 3 and 4. So you can go and you can see between 3 and 4 only it has. Now if I'll go and use over here the not operator if I want the opposite result. So if I'll go and execute this. So now you can see except the 3 and 4 all the result it is displaying over here. Okay. So in this way you can go and you can have this. query, and there are lots of operators are there which can be applied to any of the query. Just you have to understand, and depends on the different operators and different logic, we are able to get the output. So over here, for the not operator, I have showed you like how we can go and we can use with the our condition, and then we can go and we can use the like operator, between operator, how we can go and we can use. Like suppose if I want to go and if I want to go and get the customer, then there is one more operator is there. So over here, if you see, we have the countries, right? Or we have the cities over there. So if you see the cities, we have one duplicate data is there. Otherwise, every city is we have the different. Now I want to go and get the customer that are not present in the Mexico and the London. So how I can go and I can do? So it is the just the opposite way it is displaying. So in and then select start from customer where city in, and then I am going to give the name. So suppose Mexico, and then one more I am going to give Lebanon. Lebanon. So it will go and it will give you the customers details from this two only. Now you can see we have the country of Mexico and the London. Now once I will go and use over here not, then you can see accept that Mexico and the London. I am going to get the all the result over here. So this way you can go and you can use the NOR operator. So always you have to keep in mind that whenever we are doing the, we want to go and get the result based on like if you see one of the example of your real time scenario, like there will be the data of the ex employee as well for few for the specific period of time. That record will be there in the database. After that, they will go and they will delete because that data is required to verify if he is going to join the any of the new organization. So that is used to go and get that data over here. Now for that also you can go and you can like is active, is not active, right? So you can go and you can apply to this as well. Like if you see over here, not operator. So select star from product, and in this if you see we have the data over here that is available. So I can go and I can write over is available is equal to 1. So I will go and I will get the data of all records. But when I go and write like not, so I will go and I will get the 0 record. So not operator is always going to get you the result in the our opposite action. So let me give you the theoretical of this one about the not operator. So it is used in combination. Combination means in the more than or with the other operators to give the opposite result, also called the negative result. Okay. So either it is be used in the opposite or the negative. So you can go and you can use the our now operator. And already we have seen the insert into. So whenever you want to go and insert the value into the table, so we are using the insert into, and we are getting the values. So already I have explained you this one, like we suppose insert, insert into, and over here you can go and write like insert into table name, and then we have a column 1, we have a column 2, we have the column 3. Like this you can go and view, and then the one which I have told, like if you want to go and give the column name before the values, so you can go and you can give, and you have to go and you have to give over here value 1, value 2, and then we have the value 3. So either you can go and you can give this way, or the way which we have just inserted. So in this way also you can go and you can go. So insert into table, and then your table name, and then values, and then we have the value 1, value 2, and then we have the value 3. Like this you can go and separate the comma in all the columns. You can go and you can insert this. So in this way you can go and you can insert the value into the your database. So already we have seen, and in the upcoming classes there will be a lot of tables which we are going to create, and we'll go and we'll insert this into the our database over here. And also I have showed you how we can go and you can insert the multiple rows at a time. So just separated with the comma, and you can go and you can insert this over here. Okay. So this was for the today. So I will share this recording with you. You can go and you can do the practice, and I will see about the Microsoft. And once I will able to record that one, then over there we will go and we'll do the 1 hour of training, or I will purchase the subscription, because minimum we have to do 1 hour, then only the course will be completed on time. Okay. And just
Okay.
do the practice, because if you are not doing the practice, then you will go and you will forget the concept, and we have to go and you have to learn lot of concepts. Currently we are just doing the
Okay.
SQL server. After that we'll go and we'll do the
Yeah.
Python, then we'll move to the AWS services concept. So there are a lot of things we
Okay.
have to remember. Okay.
Okay. Got
Okay,
it.
thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Thank you, Amit. Bye.